Hello students, this is class 10th, subject English, and today we are going to cover complaint letters. Already in our previous lectures of letter writing, we have done letters to the editor, then we did inquiry letters and letters for placing order. So today we are going to learn how to write complaint letters. Topics to be covered today: letter writing, complaint letters, then examples of complaint letters, and at last we shall discuss homework solution of lecture 2 of chapter 5, the 100 dresses 1. So let us begin with complaint letters. Letter writing. As we have already done in our previous lectures, and we know that in our syllabus we have formal letter. A formal letter is one written in a formal and ceremonious language and follows a certain stipulated format, and this format I have already told you. Letter to the editor of a newspaper. This we have already done in lecture 1 of letter writing. After that, we did order placing letter and inquiry letter in lecture 2 of letter writing. So today, in next lecture, we are going to start complaint letters. So let us begin. What is a complaint letter? How many times has it happened that you bought a product and it turned out to be defective? How many times did you avail a public service and were left dissatisfied? Or did you ever notice any problematic practice taking place at a public place? What do you do in such situations? Most of the times we do not take any action in such situations, because of which the problem doesn't get the attention it deserves, and hence negligence. So a complaint letter is a type of letter written to address any type of wrongdoing, offense, grievance, resentment arising out of a product, service, etc. It is used to raise your concern about unfair things and seek a productive outcome. It is a fundamental right and duty of a citizen to seek justice arising out of any injustice, and the first step toward it is filing a complaint. It inspires other troubled consumers, influences the concerned authorities to take proper action, and makes the defaulters more liable, responsible, and responsive. It can be of the following types. Means complaint letters can be of the following types. There are two types. Personal complaint letter. The type of complaint letter you write on your own individual level pertaining to your individual grievances is referred to as personal complaint letter. Professional complaint letter. It is that type of complaint letter that is written on the behalf of the organization pertaining to issues that are affecting the organization as a whole. Now, topics for writing a complaint letters. Here are some topics. For incomplete or defective order, you can write complaint letter. for abnormal delay in sending the consignment. The goods arrive in a damaged condition. For these purpose, you can write a complaint letter. The goods are different from what were ordered. Quantity of goods is not what was ordered. Goods are delivered at the wrong address. Work undertaken is done unsatisfactorily, or misbehavior of staff or salesman. Mistake in preparing the invoice, or defective packing that might lead to the damage of goods. So these are some topics of complaint letters. Now, tips for writing a complaint letter. Although the motive of complaint letter is to vent out your grievance and frustration, it is imperative that you use a tone which is polite and simple. Try to be formal and avoid using offensive and disrespectful words. Make sure that you introduce yourself properly. The purpose of writing should be loud and clear. Do not deviate from the topic and write to the point. Make sure you double check for grammatical accuracy when you write complaint letters, and spellings also, they carry marks. Leave adequate number of lines between paragraphs to make it look clean. Presentation is very important. Read a lot of letters to get an idea. As in your book, many letters are given. So read those letters. Here is a sample of complaint letter. Write a letter to Messrs. Oxford Publishing House, London, complaining that the books sent by them were not those you had ordered for. Ask for replacement. You are Varun Joshi, Sector 20, Chandigarh. So first of all, address, sender's address, Sector 20, Chandigarh. Then after leaving one line, date, May 25th, 2020, Messrs. Oxford Publishing House, Consumer Complaint Division, London. So this is receiver's address. After that, salutation, sir or madam. And after that, subject. It is complaint regarding receipt of wrong set of books. Now content. On May 15th, 2020, I bought a book set, then order number is written, to be delivered to Chandigarh, Sector 20. To my dismay, I have not received the set I ordered for and have instead received the wrong book set. I am highly disappointed. To resolve the problem, I would appreciate it if you could replace the wrong book set with the one originally ordered. Please let me know as soon as possible what action you propose to take. I look forward to hearing from you within the next 10 days. Enclosed are copies of the transaction document and the receipt. I look forward to your reply and a resolution to my problem, and will wait until the aforementioned time before seeking help from a consumer protection agency or the Better Business Bureau. Please contact me at the above address or by phone at this number. Your sincerely Varun Joshi. Then enclosure means the copy of receipt and transaction documents is attached. Now let us move to next example. Here also You have to write a letter to the local secretary of the Residents Association complaining against this problem. The problem is that a number of scooters and cars are parked in your locality without any order, causing blockage of the streets. So first of all, sender's address, then after leaving one line, date, then receiver's address, after that salutation, then subject. Subject is complaint regarding the issue of bad parking habits in the locality. Content or body of the letter. I would like to drive your attention to the bad parking habits of residents in our locality. It is resulting in a lot of chaos and no place for parking for those who come back late. Despite defining the area assigned to each vehicle, cars are parked amidst two parking spots. One vehicle occupies the space for 2-3 vehicles, leading to mismanagement. Two-wheelers are placed nowhere near the allotted zone. This creates problem for other people as they have to then spend a lot of time finding parking spots in other localities. It induces frustration and tension for safety of vehicles. Various notices and warnings have been given to the rule violators, but to our dismay, no betterment can be seen. I request you to take strict action as this is leading to fights between the residents. An effective and speedy action is expected considering the depth of the situation. Yours sincerely, Sanjeet, a concerned citizen. So the format will remain same as we have already done. Now let us discuss your homework. Your homework is to write a letter to Messrs HMT Corporation, Chandigarh, complaining that the wristwatch you recently bought from them does not function properly and ask for replacement. You are Dipti or Deepak Gupta, 450 Sector 20, Chandigarh. So write this letter in your notebook and send me homework on my email ID. Now let us discuss the homework solution of lecture 2 of chapter 5, the 100 dresses 1. This is class 10th subject English. In lecture 2, you were given some questions to find out the answers. So let us discuss those answers. Question number 5th. Question number 1, 2, 3 and 4 we have already discussed. In what way was Vanda different from the other children? Vanda was a quiet and shy girl who had no friends. Vanda Petronsky seemed different to other children of room 13 because most of the children didn't have names like her. She had the weirdest name, means the strangest name in her class, which differentiated her from everyone else. They all had names which were very easy to pronounce. This was because Vanda was Polish and her name was different from other American children. This is the reason Vanda didn't have any friends. Question number 6. Did Vanda have 100 dresses? Why do you think she said she did? No, Vanda didn't actually have 100 dresses. As she would tell Peggy in the presence of other girls, she only had drawings of them. She was a poor girl who would have desired to have a closet full of 100 dresses all lined up. That is why she said that she did have them And I think Venda said so because she was a very poor girl and she didn't want to show in her own way that she was poor. Peggy and other girls, moreover, were not at all concerned with her feelings. So, to make other girls quiet, she used to say that she had 100 dresses. Next question. Why is Maddie embarrassed by the questions? Peggy asks Wenda. Is she also like Wenda or is she different? Maddie is embarrassed by how Peggy deals with Wenda. Not because she cares about Wenda, but because she was poor herself and feared that one day they would treat her the same way. Maddie is a poor girl, but not as poor as Wenda, and unlike Wenda, she had a lot of friends. So, Maddie felt embarrassed when Peggy used to ask Wenda every day the same silly questions. As Maddie was poor herself, she usually wore old clothes that were handed down by someone else. But she was different from Wenda because she was not as poor as Wenda Petronsky and she didn't live up in Bogin's height. Maddie was also different from Wenda Petronsky because she didn't have a funny name like her. So these are the points. Next question is, why didn't Maddie ask Peggy to stop teasing Wenda? What was she afraid of? We know that Maddie and Peggy both were friends. Maddie did not want to lose Peggy's friendship and she was not brave. Maddie didn't ask Peggy to stop teasing Wenda because she too was very poor. She feared that she could be the next target for the girls. As Maddie wore hands down clothes given by Peggy, she was afraid that if they didn't tease Wenda, then probably they would start teasing her. And she also did not want to lose Peggy's friendship. That's why she didn't ask Peggy to stop teasing Wenda Petronsky. Question number 9. Who did Maddie think would win the drawing contest and why? Maddie thought that her best friend Peggy would win the drawing contest because she was the best artist in the room. Maddie began to wonder who was going to win the drawing contest. For girls, this contest consisted of designing dresses. So Maddie thought that probably Peggy would win the girls' medal because Peggy drew better than anyone else in the class. That's why everybody was thinking that Peggy would win the drawing contest. Next question. Who won the drawing contest? What had the winner drawn? Wenda had won the drawing contest. She had flawlessly drawn 100 dresses. So we know that Miss Masson, the teacher, announced that Wenda Petronsky was the winner of the girls' medal. She informed the class that though only 1 or 2 sketches were submitted by most of the girls, but Wenda had actually drawn 100 designs, which were all different and all beautiful. So, in the opinion of the judges, any one of the drawings was worthy of winning the prize. Thus, Wenda Petronsky won the drawing contest by drawing 100 different designs of dresses. How is Wenda seen as different by other girls and how do they treat her? So other girls saw Venda as poor and vulnerable. She had a strange name. She didn't make friends and she always remained quiet. She sat in the corner with the rough and noisy boys. Venda always wore the same dress and came from a place full of mud on the roads. The other girls treated her badly and belittled her. They made fun of Venda Petronsky. As we know, Venda Petronsky was a young Polish girl who went to school with other American children in an American town. So Petronsky, attached with her name, made the other American girls think that she was different from them and she was poor. She lived on Boggin's Height where no other classmate of her lived. So this also made her seem different in the eyes of other students. Next question is, how does Venda feel about the dresses game? And why does she say that she has 100 dresses? So we have already read that Peggy was the most popular girl in the class. She, along with her closest friend Maddie, would often wait for Venda to have fun with the latter, means Venda Petronsky. They would do so in the presence of other girls and would always ask Venda how many dresses she had in her closet. So Venda would always respond by saying that she had 100 dresses. So Venda felt embarrassed and insulted when other girls played the dresses game on her. She claimed to have 100 dresses in order to put those insults and jokes away. Actually, she was preparing drawings of 100 dresses for the drawing competition and she referred to them when the girls asked her that how many dresses did she have. Next question is, why does Maddie stand by and not do anything? How is she different from Peggy? Was Peggy's friendship important to Maddie? Why? Which lines in the text tell you this? When Peggy asked Venda some silly questions every day, it bothered Maddie a lot. In fact, she didn't want Peggy to tease Venda in such a manner at all. Maddie stands quietly and watches as Peggy humiliates Venda because she felt that Peggy was high and mighty. She was powerful. She was the most popular girl in the school. Thus Peggy could never be wrong. As Maddie was poor herself, she feared that she could be the next target for the girls to mock at. Also, Maddie didn't tease Venda while Peggy did. Yes, Peggy's friendship was also important to Maddie. The lines which indicate this are: Peggy was the most popular girl in school. She was pretty. She had many pretty clothes and her hair was curly. Maddie was her closest friend. So Maddie had a fear in her mind that if she would ask Peggy to stop teasing Venda Petronsky, Peggy would leave her and she would not be the friend of Maddie. So she did not want to lose Peggy's friendship. That's why she didn't ask anything and she always remained quiet. Next question is, what does Miss Mason think of Venda's drawings? What do the children think of them? How do you know? In room 13 for girls, the drawing contest had consisted of designing dresses, and for this competition the teacher, Miss Mason, had happily announced that from the girls Venda had won the medal. So Miss Mason thought of Venda's drawings to be wonderful. She even said that judges liked it so much and thought any one of them to be worthy of winning. The children too were awestruck, means they were all amazed at the sight of such beautiful paintings. It is evident from the fact that the boys who had no interest in dresses were whistling, and Peggy, who thought of herself to be the best artist, accepted that Venda's drawings were amazing. So Venda's extremely beautiful and well made drawings made all the students shocked, and the children suddenly clapped hands, and even the boys were very happy to have a chance to stamp on the floor. They put their fingers in their mouths and whistled. Meanwhile, Maddie and Peggy were quite shocked after looking at the beautiful drawings. Later, they even recognized some of the dresses that Venda had previously described to them. So in the end, even Peggy had to exclaim. So this shows that even Peggy realized how good of an artist Venda was. So these are the answers of given questions. So you all are supposed to write all the question answers in your fair notebook. Thank you. If you like our videos, please press like button and subscribe our channel.